Are you using lead magnets or wanting to use lead magnets to get new leads so you can have new clients? Hi, it's Martin, and welcome to 7 ways that your lead magnet may be keeping you from new clients. And we're going to talk about how something called the Sales Prevention Center may stop business and money that should be in your account just by what we're doing or by what we're not doing. So I'm going to do this old school way. So grab a pen and paper. I'm not going to hook up to my iPad and write whiteboard notes and all that kind of stuff, because I want you to write what's most useful to you. Creative things that you can use from our talk here today about how you can improve your lead magnets or create one that really gets you the leads that you want so you can have the clients that you want. So I'm going to go over 7 points with one bonus one. At the end, I always give a bonus. That is something related to lead magnets. We might even get into that. So the first point that I want to make is that a lot of lead magnets fail to get attention. People are busy as you are. You get lots of messages, and different studies have shown hundreds of thousands of messages every day. So we need people to stop and pay attention to what we're offering. So a lot of times our lead magnets don't stand out. And that's the first way that we're not getting what we want. So how can you make your lead magnet stand out? Well, first of all, the headline is probably the most powerful thing. The words that you use, the copy that you use. Now, I can't get into a copy workshop here. That's a whole nother years of experience and at least days of training. So my summary would be, you need to use words that attract attention. Free, you, finally theirs, those sorts of things. What gets your attention is probably a good way to learn what headlines you could use. So if you see something that grabs your attention, and it might not even be related to what you do. So I've seen people who, took the famous got milk and changed it into got money. That's just an example of swiping the style of the copy and making it your own. So how to is very powerful. Sometimes numbers like the 7 ways that your lead magnet is stopping you from getting clients. And the way that I use that, it was, what shall I say? Sort of a negative spin on it. 7 ways you're not making enough money. 7 ways your children are lacking in school. 7 ways, whatever it is. Now, it doesn't have to be negative. It can be 7 ways to make more money with your investment. So it can be a number. 5 is popular. 7 is popular. 22 is not. So, you don't want it to be overbearing. That's probably getting me into another point, so I'll stop there. So the first thing you need to do is stop failing to attract people. So you need to understand that getting attention is the main point of your headline. It's not explaining your process or selling your process, right? It's about getting attention. Stop. Check this out. The objective of the headline is to get attention, not to sell your lead magnet yet. So the second point would be that it's not inspiring or motivating. And again, you might have a headline that says, hey, or it says, attention new mothers. So that stops me and gets my attention, which addresses number 1. But then it talks about, it's something mundane about it. So, I'm trying to think of something mundane to do with new babies, because everything is critical to a new parent. But it just might be, too deep in the nutritional facts. It might be something like about 7 chemicals in probiotic yogurt that could be good for your baby. Like, it's not inspiring. It's not motivational. It's not presented that way. It doesn't mean you can't present that information, but you want to first, age-old marketing, get attention and then gain interest. So this comes under that. You need it to be inspiring and motivating. And oftentimes the biggest mistake here is talking about your process, talking about your solution, talking about your methodology, instead of talking about the results, or actually, talking about the problems. So it's process. You hear me saying process, whatever you say, because I'm bilingual, versus the pain, the problems. So very often, if you mention the pain, your child's not sleeping at night, right? So to get attention, new moms, and then the problem is your child crying all night. Yes, right? Now I've got my interest. Finally, you can get a good night's sleep and stop your child from crying all night. Wow, I'm inspired, I'm motivated, I want sleep. I want my child to get a good sleep and stop crying. And, maybe they're colicky or whatever it is. So this is where you get into it, okay? So just a review, get attention, gain interest, right? And so the ways that you're stopping that is by failing to get attention and not being inspiring or motivating. And the third point on your lead magnet getting in the way of you getting clients is no promise. So I sort of hinted that in the example I just gave about getting a good night's sleep. That's the promise. So when you gain interest with the pain, talking about the problems, do you have backache, right? So the promise would be eliminate backache. So the promise is eliminate. So it sounds simple, but so many people don't include a resolution in the information where you're offering your lead magnet. Fourth point, if you're writing with your pen and paper, old school, is it's not simple enough. It's too complicated. Even if we want a solution, if it's too complicated, so I mentioned 22 ways to get your child to sleep at night, right? That's just too much information, TMI, right? So we don't want to be overwhelmed with the solution. We want a simple, fast, and easy. So whatever you can in relation to your coaching, your service, your clinic, whatever you do, if you can choose one of the simple, easy, and fast resolutions. So think hack. People love life hacks. I saw a quick little whatever, a reel or TikTok today. I think it was a reel. I'm not very often on TikTok right now, but it was hacks. And I think they did about 4 or 5 of them within a minute. And it was like cleaning was the theme. So it was like vinegar and baking soda on your stove surface, and then vinegar and baking soda and something else, a lemon, washing your shower glass. So, and it was just super impactful, super smart little life hacks in a very short period of time, less than a minute. So that's what you want to go for. So you want to have simple, educational. So the hacks were educational, but it wasn't a lecture. Okay. So you don't want to imply that in what you're offering as your lead magnet. Big example of going overboard here is like people were giving away ebooks that were 25, 70, even 120 pages. Guilty, like probably, 5 years ago, where I was giving away a book. And the challenge with that is people don't consume it. They don't use it. So they don't get a good example of your expertise. They don't actually sample your wares, so to speak, enough that they want to move to the next step to do business with you because they haven't got what's next. And that's the mistake of having not valuable enough. So you're not really, or maybe it is, but you're not presenting it in a way that people understand the value of what you're offering in your lead magnet. So the point here, and I should clarify, there's a value for the price. So I'm doing something right now related to lead magnets called Lead Magnet Makeover. And it's $1,000 value because I take the time to go through and help correct or create lead magnets with people. And it's worth $1,000 because they will make thousands and thousands of dollars from it. So the value of the result is, let's say, $10,000. So you want that perception and even reality. So it's $1,000 value to create $10,000 in results at least. And then you can use it forever, year after year, do the math in your head. But I'm offering it today for free. So it has value, but I'm giving it away. It's complimentary. And the reason why I'm doing that is, and it could be to gain testimonials. It's a new program. I'm looking, honesty marketing. I'm looking for new clients and want to show them what we can do with this simple first step of improving your lead magnets with my Lead Magnet Makeover. So going back to the beginning, Lead Magnet Makeover sounds, what shall I say, solid, sounds foundational. A makeover sounds like something I can do easy and fast. You've seen on television, on talk shows where they do a makeover for the ladies, or a house or a car, anything like that. Generally, they show you within 30 minutes or an hour. So it has a psychological implication of, we can fix it and get the low-hanging fruit. So there's that. Moving along, we're on number 6. And the mistake that is keeping your lead magnet is keeping clients from you is you're not sharing it with enough people. So one is your reach. So how many different places are you sharing it? Many people rely on their website, their blog, their funnel. So it's kind of this online, go to this link to get my lead magnet. However, you can offer it on Facebook through your banner. So on the graphic, you can have a click here button, which actually opens up your Facebook banner. And then on the side can be the link to the page where your lead magnet is available for download. So that's one little hack right there. Another is you can put it in direct message. So you can use the link to your lead magnet. Now, you don't have to have a squeeze page or a lead page where people put in their name and email. You could just in conversation, because maybe they're in your Facebook group or you talk to them on Instagram and you say, would you like help with that? And they say yes. And then you go, well, would you like my lead magnet makeover? Yes, here's the link. So I'm already in this conversation with them. I just give them the link. And you can do this through email. You can do it verbally. You can do it in person. You can, at a networking event, say, hey, here, let me give it to you. And, give them the link on their iPhone, whatever. So think of more creative ways where you can share it far and wide, not just in one space. And don't forget to mention it. When you're being interviewed on a podcast, it can be your giveaway. When you're being interviewed in traditional media, obviously, I would recommend a simple domain name if you're on traditional media. So nomorebackpain.com, not WillisonMcDonaldAssociates.com if you're, chiropractors. You need a really punchy, easy to hear, easy to spell place to get it. So side hack bonus there. And number 7 is not having a call to action. So not creating scarcity with your lead magnet. So you don't always have a lot of time. You can say, this week I'm giving away ... You can say, I'm doing a beta program and I want to try it with 5 eager entrepreneurs who are interested in improving their lead magnet. So that would be, my makeover one. So if it was the sleeping baby, you can say, I'm looking at starting a group and I want to try this methodology for getting your baby to sleep all night with 5 different moms and see what happens. Or dads, let's not be sexist here. And then, so just giving them directions. So if you do have a lead page, you do need to tell them, fill in your name and best email, click below, and we'll send it to you immediately. You'll have instant access. So that's another thing that I like to do. Sort of in contrast, or because of the scarcity, I'm doing it this week, you're going to have instant access to it. Just click here. No further obligation, so low risk, implied. Just click the button. There it is. Check it out. And then the bonus number 8 is in reference to technology. So if you're letting technology or the lack of technology stop you from using your lead magnet, then that is a way that you are preventing yourself from getting those leads and those new clients. So first of all, you don't have to use technology. I already gave one example where you're in your DM and maybe you uploaded your lead magnet to G Drive and you just give out that link to people in the DM. That's as simple as it gets. If you offer it through email, if you have an email list and you say, I put together a new program, got a beta program, I want to test it out, I'm looking for testimonials. It's $1,000 value, but I'm giving away free to the first 5 people. Ba-boom. You do it in email, they reply, and you send it to them. Okay. Again, this is outside of a lead page. It's outside of building a funnel. These are ways that you can do it immediately. Now, having said that, once you are automating, I've seen you get the highest response rate when you only ask for the email versus, so as you add more fields, so name, first name, last name, email, address. So you'll see in like a book funnel where, free book, just pay shipping, they'll ask for more information because they're giving away a greater value. But if you're giving away a single page PDF with a template, with a checklist, those sorts of things, the perceived value is lower. Same with, if it's an ebook per se, then that can be a challenge. So use tech to your advantage, not to your disadvantage. And automation's awesome once you get there, but you don't have to be there to proceed. So just a quick review here for 7 ways that your lead magnet is keeping you from new clients, from getting new leads. First was you're failing to get attention. Second was not having it being inspiring or motivating enough by focus either on their pain or the result instead of your solution. Next was no promise. Number 3. Number 4 was it wasn't simple enough. Number 5 was not valuable enough in the mind of the prospect. Number 6, that you're keeping it a secret. You're not having it in enough places in front of enough people. Number 7 was a lack of a call to action or simple explanations telling them what to do. And finally, bonus number 8 was tech issues. So either too little tech or not taking action because you don't have enough tech, or you have too much tech and it gets complicated for the prospects doing it. So I had a wonderful time sharing this with you. Appreciate you asking for this information. I know it will help you as you apply it. If it's just a return to common sense for you, awesome. That's great. If there's new things, please share with me what was the best tip for you, what was the best hack. And if you'd like to share it with other people, I'm happy to do that too. If you're interested in the lead magnet makeover or anything else to help you with your sales and marketing challenges, get in touch and I'll see you around. That's all for now. It's Martin Wales helping you get customers till you beg me to stop. Bye for now.